Good morning from Linear Fisheries Brasenose One. This weekend it's the Men's Home Nations 2024, but the draw's been done and all of the anglers are in their pegs now, doing the final preparations, ready for the all-in at 10 o'clock. So we're here at the Men's Home Nations and you are manager of Carp Team Scotland, so are you happy with your draw?
Yes, I think we're happy with the draw. Obviously there's two narrow pegs that England have drawn. We've got one narrow peg, so from that point of view we've got a wee bit more water. So we were happy. If I was to pick it on a heads or tails basis, yeah, I've got the pegs I wanted.
Are the team fishing to team tactics, or are you leading the pairs to figure out the tactics once they're in the swim?
There is a certain amount of tactics, but they have the same amount of freedom. So there is a tactics from a baiting strategy point of view and the bait application, but we will improvise and adapt as they progress, as the match matures.
The Home Nations is run under FIPS rules and uses the same point scoring system. So in this match, for example, the best a team can do is if they are leading in all 4 sections, giving them 4 points. And the worst a team can do is if they are last in each section, giving them 8 points. Along with if a team is blanking in a section, then another penalty point is added. But it wasn't long before the first fish on the bank.
Lovely, brilliant, and this one is for you.
So Rob, we're here at the Men's Home Nations and you are back on the rods for this event after multiple years of managing, so you must be really excited for this event, and not only that, you've also just landed your first fish.
Well, I'm buzzing, to be fair. I'm absolutely buzzing to come back in the squad. Having managed for Lord knows how many years, I had the odd fish at certain events, but obviously my primary role was managing, working out tactics with the boys and just doing the management stuff. It's lovely to stretch my legs and get back out again. It's 18 months, I suppose, since the last event that I was in charge, and I'm going to say I've missed it. I'm hugely competitive, and it's been lovely having a bit of time. I've got my fishing head back so much, and it's just such an honour to fish for your country. Bearing in mind, I first started competition fishing back in '94. So this is actually 30 years now that I've been fishing in competitions. I first fished for England in '96. I've got loads of caps. Every single one means something. And to come back after managing for so many years, to come back as an angler now it's a huge buzz. So I can't tell you how excited I was, just firstly to get the call from Ribs, and secondly to be here as well. And then, I was dead nervous when not nervous, that's wrong, the adrenaline's pumping when the hooter goes. And of course you've just got to make that first cast count. So I've had a little flick, felt the bottom, second one's gone in absolutely perfect, third rod's gone out lovely. I've got a game plan in my mind about what I wanted to do and how I wanted to fish it. And lo and behold, 45 minutes into the match, it's gone. And so 1, it's an honour to be called back. 2, it's an honour to be actually starting and fishing. 3, to catch a fish, and the first one in the Home Nations as well. It's like, it's buzzing.
So we've just come from C section with Rob and Neil's fish, down to A section where they have landed the second fish of the competition and also the first fish for Scotland.
The tactics that we put out at the start of the match when we first found out the draw seem to be coming into fruition. So it'll be a slow momentum that we'll try and build the swim, but it's good that we're off the mark. We've got rid of that penalty point from A section as it stands. So yeah, the boys are digging in well. It's a great start.
It's mid-afternoon and these are what the scores are looking like. There have been no more fish caught since England's fish in C section and Scotland's fish in A section. But the teams are tying on points, so due to the weights of the fish, Scotland are narrowly in the lead. But it's been tricky fishing with the weather conditions and going from bright sunshine to rain, but hopefully heading into this evening we'll see a few more fish on the bank. We had expected more action throughout the night, however it wasn't until the following morning we saw another fish on the bank. So we're here in A section with England's Paul and Jamie, and this is your first competition, being the first time cap for England. So how are you feeling in this competition?
Much better now.
Definitely. It's been slow and hard work, but eventually we managed to get one just before first light.
There seemed to be a flurry of action, with England in B section catching as well. This was also a New England pairing, Ashley Izzard and Tony Reynolds. So what an amazing 9 months it has been for these two, from being British champions to fishing for your country.
Yeah, it's an honour, to be fair. Like, once we won the championships, we just went away, like, just reminisced on the win of the title, and then in February we got asked to like come and take part on a few bits and pieces with the England boys, and then Rivers said, look, like, welcome aboard. So now we're really excited and proud to be asked to take part.
So this morning we're here in C section, and you guys for Scotland have landed the first fish in this section this morning, so you must be happy with this.
Yeah, it's good to get the bonus point out of the way. That's our main concern at the minute, and now obviously we've got to build on that and try and improve what we've already got.
So we're here in D section with Carl and Jermaine. And Jermaine, this is your first time being capped for England, so this must be a proud moment for you.
Definitely, yeah, it was great to get the cap and the t-shirt handed over yesterday and to step into the peg for the first time.
And also this morning you've landed the biggest fish of the competition so far at 35 pounds and 12 ounces, and the first fish for England in D section. So you're putting some good weight on the board, and hopefully you'll get a few more fish on the bank.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a slow start for us, but managing to get one early this morning at a good weight as well is getting us right up there. There's a few more showing around in the area, so hopefully we have a few more.
So after this morning's action, England are winning in all 4 sections, putting them in the lead. Okay, so Neil, it's the second day of the competition and you've just landed your second fish, so you must be happy with this.
Yeah, we're really good. We've had a good night, early morning to be fair, Lily. We've had another one which we've got 2. Ash and Tony have just landed another one, they've got 2, so it looks like we're winning in every section, so we've got a point in every section so far, so yeah, it's really good.
And from a manager's point of view, are you happy with how the competition's going?
Yeah, we had a few teething problems at the beginning. Obviously we had a bit of a game plan and stuff to what we wanted to do, but obviously the fish weren't playing ball at the beginning, so we've had to sort of work it out, and it seemed to, we were sort of talking and communicating amongst the group, which is really good, so yeah, it's really good.
So we're here in D1 with John and Ian, and you've just landed your first fish of the competition, but this is an important fish as it drops the penalty point, so you must be pleased with this fish.
Yeah, we are. They've been moving in front of us all afternoon, miles out of range realistically. And yeah, this get hassle from our manager because obviously we still got the penalty point, so it's an important fish to get off the board and, as you say, to get rid of the penalty point. Realistic, we just got to see if we can do another one now, put England into second place, which is obviously what we're here to do. So we'll keep plodding on and do our best.
So we're here with Scotland Vice Captain Eleanor, and you've come down to the men's home nations this weekend to support your fellow teammates and the men's Scotland team. So how are you finding the competition?
It's been really good to come down. I think it's really important that we all support each other. The men were fantastic when we did the home nations. You know, although they weren't necessarily there, they were always there supporting us. And you just need to know that people are behind you and supporting you to really give you that extra push to keep going. And I've come down today and really quite surprised how tough it's been for the guys, because normally this lake fishes really quite well. And it's just, everybody's just really struggling. So it's really nice to see the guys right in front of me just catching a fish as I was standing here. So yeah, it's brilliant. Apparently I'm not allowed to go home now.
Well, it's been really nice to see you, and thank you for coming and supporting.
Yeah, no problem.
So since your couple of fish this morning, it's been quite a slow day for you here in A section, but are you confident heading into the final night for a couple more fish?
Definitely. Like, we sat on our hands today hoping for a bite to scratch one out, but it's not happened. So going into tonight, we'll see what happens.
Pretty confident. We worked out some ideas from yesterday. We carried them out last night. We got some bites in the morning. We're going to stick to that plan.
So we're here in D section and you have just landed your second fish of the competition, but it's a really important fish as it was getting quite tight in this section with Scotland next door catching a fish as well earlier today. But this has boosted your lead here, so you must be happy with this fish.
Yeah, definitely. Another good weight fish as well, £27, as well as that 37 at 36. That we had. So yeah, 2 good weights. That's really going to push us up. So I think we'll need another 2 fish to catch up to us.
And are you feeling confident for a few more fish heading into the night?
Definitely, yeah. It's nice to get a bite this early on our bait as well. So yeah, we'll be adjusting our tactics to make sure we catch through the night.
So we've just come down to A section because it's the final 10 minutes of competition. There's not that much time left at all, but Scotland have just landed another fish, so we'll just have to see what it weighs and whether it'll overtake England next door and put them into first place in this section. So the hooter has just gone, but you've just landed a very important fish for Scotland, as it is a win in this section, although it's not a win overall. Are you happy with your performance of how you fished this weekend?
Yeah, we've done, we've worked hard over the weekend. We've not had much showing out in front of us, but we could see him at range, so we went a bit further out and just kind of had to sit on it and hope, and it paid dividends in the end.
The total points for Scotland was 8 points, but winning overall was England with 5 points. Well done, guys.
So that concludes the Men's Home Nations 2024. Congratulations England on your win, and also well done to Scotland on your silver medal position. But I hope you've enjoyed the coverage and I hope to see you all again soon.